Welcome to my migrant allies today. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your flight attendant today. Ladies and gentlemen, please keep all luggage underneath your seat. Turn off your personal electronic device. And also remind you that your business anxieties is prohibited for the duration of the flight, and your peaceful state of mind is also protected for in my flight. Welcome to my allies. Oh, after the flight back home, on the flight, I'm very excellent flight attendant to everyone. But I wonder, after this flight back home, what I got firstly, what the questions I was firstly got from my families. So many questions I got from my families like, oh, do you intend to continue studying after college? Do you have your own direction after graduating? Or some like questions I hear from my family like, do you have intent to get married or have a child at the 28? Or what's in your retirement plan? Those are the frequently questions in the family-oriented event. In the family-oriented event, you will like, oh, my pressures will become more severe because like the meetings become the test where people evaluate one's value, one's achievement. It's not like they want to know my true feelings. They just want to know what's my achievement. And to bring like these situations, I call this a lot of milestone anxieties. Societies feed us at a long time. What's in milestone anxiety? Milestone anxieties is when we are worried about your achieving life milestones when on a certain time fly. And to bring this, I want to print to you one equation. The equations y equal to as plus b. You see, it's very familiar. Yes, I'm very afraid of math. Honestly, I'm majoring in literature in my high school, but I want to bring this to you guys. In this equation, I imply that the value of A is my milestone anxieties. The milestone anxieties in my memorable events during my life. It's like my career, my family, my like some negative periods in my life's own way. And this A will generate the value of Y. And the Y is like my self-development, my self-acceptance, my self-transcendence, and my motivations, something like that. And in general, I have two scenarios for this equation. Firstly, you see, when the A is greater than 0, it's meaning the milestone anxiety is very positive periods. I used to live in very happiness moments in my life, and I think you are like me. I have a complete baby development as a child of 0. From I was going to have having successful achievement marks by coming first in a lot of competitions in my university, from my primary school and my high school's on way. And with this level of A, the value of wise in my self-development, my self-acceptance, and I be a role model to a other family member in my children's. And people also consider me like a very excellent girl. In my university class, they also like me a girl to for them to admire. But in our life, we also have the positive direction and like equation. We have this type of correlations equation. When the A is less than 0. It's meaning our milestone anxieties in negative periods. I remember the milestone poems when I was tired of sick. 34 mùa xuân dương thế, sao lại về âm phủ hải ơi, bùi ngùi kẻ ở trên đời, thương người vĩnh biệt không lời ra đi. This is the milestone poem when I hear in my father's funeral. And as when I growing up, recently I moved into a new educational environment. The negative periods I encountering when I be shamed by my very local voice. And I feel like I lost my new identity. And I must learn about my name. I must introduce my names again when I enter a new environment. And this milestone poem, this milestone because of my father, it's make me to a stronger versions. When I know that I must try to have my mom to lessen her burden. And when the age is less than 0, it's not meaning that you are failing. You stop here. It's the very supporting for you to be stronger. And this is why the why is also increased as well when I experience more positive periods during my life. And I believe that it's not only me to experience this feeling. We are human and we are suffer from milestone anxieties on its way. And few instances before milestone anxieties, I think why I believe that we are not alone today, because according to Relay Organization, 75% of millennials and 33% of Generation Z are under enormous pressures of achieving life milestone. And because of these pressures, a lot of girls in her personal life, they often suffer concurring some questions like in 9 in 10 girls feel expected to get married at a certain age, and they must have paid some bills and must feel or have a financial dependence. And a lot of pressures in personal life as always when you're age of 28. According to society timeline, you must have a successful career, you must have a happy family, you must have a master's degree when after graduating, something like that, and a lot of pressures for you guys and for me. And the milestone anxiety in the personal life and professional life will combine and create the social milestone anxieties, such as identity crisis, peer pressures, achievement pressures. When you see a lot of achievement on social media, social media definitely create a lot of stress for you guys. And I asked my friends at Fulbright University, and she also my classmate at school corporate has also, and she said that milestone anxieties is not only from my peers, from a lot of external indicators, but also from your previous self, your old self. You can imagine you use the blooming flower when you are 17, right? And when you enter a new environment like university, you lost everything, and you must introduce the names again, like I mentioned above. And this is when you lost your identity, and you must try to create your new identity again. And this milestone anxiety, these situations is not only in any specific country, it's any generations. You think in Asia or West, you suffer the situation more. According to the research, Asian migrations and educational value, and also the parenting ideologies and adolescent adjustment will boost more of strain for students in Asia compared to Western. And you are Asian student, right? And me, I am student, Asian student as well. And you see a lot of pressures like that we create. And if we feel that if we don't follow these rules, these standards, these timeline of society, you can be considered like be the outcast of society. And how to deal with the situations? Because I believe that it's milestone anxieties, it always deserve to be cherished because it always trying to cherish something very valuable. Like a lot of like negative and positive periods, it saved me the versions I'm proud of today. And this is why I believe that awareness support change. And this is the practice I learned from my flight back home. And I want to bring to you this today. What if practice mindfulness? You know, I really love the sharings of TEDxGreenwichUniversityDanang, and in her sharings and also psychological distinctions, I learned a new practice with 3 egos of people: pre-ego, ego, and trans-ego. So what is pre-ego and ego? With the pre-ego, we are more tend to react with impatience emotions with a very negative emotions, and the ego is with a high level, but you can control your pre-ego. It's a higher level, which is not where you can deeply observe your thoughts and your body. So these are reasons why the trans ego appear. And with trans ego, it's come after you work through your pain, your situations, your milestone anxiety. And with the trans ego, what does it mean? For example, you can see when I enter a new environment, I feel lost my new identity here, and I feel so stressed, and I feel I can't make friends here, and it's very hard for me to start again and pull our achievement. But you know, this is time when you identify yourself with your true identity. But you know, with the trans ego, you will separate out the ego and trans ego. What's it mean? Okay, when I experience the situations, it means that I'm sad. But with the trans ego, you will say that I see I'm sad. It means like you have a chance, you have one more time to self-reflection with your current self, and you know, according to psychological distinctions, you will have one more time to like more rationality to your current insanity, and you know, we always like more reasons more wisely about others' problem than our own problem. And with this problem, when we change your perspective into like that. When I'm with someone who reacting to these situations in very negative periods, and maybe she become more stressed, what's your react? Your reactions may be like more wisely, because you know the third person self-talk will have you gain more emotional rationality, and you will have as the third persons in your own situations, but you don't need any third person anyway. And the third person is yourself, is not others. And you know, with this problem, you don't mean like you identify your emotion with your identity, because this you will not accept and live with milestone anxiety anymore. Because when you overcome your milestone anxiety, you will prepare for the next milestone mindfulness, not packed with your milestone anxiety anymore, right? And you know, not only me, not only audience here, especially your parents. We think that this is the lessons for not only any generations, millennial, Generation Z, baby boomer. We are for ons, and you never inspire with your chat life. And you see, I really love the song Mother Stream of Kara in the singer song. And it had a lyrics like that. Our mother's dream will keep her dream as in a memory in the past at the old dream, because like some mommy, some younger think that they are too old to restart their dream. But you know, it's never have the deadline, the certain timeline to restart. And believe you never inspire, I never inspire, and we never inspire. And I'm your flight attendant today, and we believe that this is your healing journey to restart your feeling, your current anxieties. And this is the flight ticket. I want to invite you to my flight today. Thank you.